We putting work, turning nothing into something. They feelings hurt, we turning nothing into something. Give a fuck if they don't like me, cause all this bread I count excites me. Turning nothing to something, nothing into something, turning nothing into something.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What is up? What is up? What's going on, everybody? What is going on, Met fans? And welcome to, what is this, episode 23 of Blunt Thoughts Live, baby. It's been, what, a week and a day, I think it is, or something like that. But I miss you guys. I miss you guys. I'm not sure what the hell we're going to talk about because ain't really nothing going on still. We're still waiting for the same thing. A couple of things have happened, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to probably really be more involved and engaged with your comments than anything. But we do have a few thoughts on a few things um, that we want to share. So we'll get into a little bit of that. But hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's had a good week. Hope everybody's been safe. And again, just looking forward and excited. Listen, we've been talking about we're almost here. We've been counting the days, and now here we are, about a week and a day away from pitchers and catchers reporting for the Mets, as that is, I believe, is February 12th. They report, um, yeah, February 12th. So that would be next Wednesday. So yeah, week and a day. So looking forward to that. But we have already seen that SNY. At first, I was like, why the hell is SNY when I saw that they announced that they will be in Port St. Lucie yesterday? I'm like, why the hell is SNY going down there so early, a week early? What the hell's the point in that? But then we see, and we already know that guys go down there early, and we start seeing the videos of guys already being down there. We saw yesterday Clay Holmes. We saw Ronnie Mauricio. Who else did we see? We saw a few guys. Then today we saw Brandon Nimmo. And I only saw Brandon Nimmo today. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was other guys, but you start getting excited. You start getting excited because now we can really smell it. We can see that it's really, really, really close. And I always say, man, you get pitchers and catchers, and you see that first time where they're all lined up on the 5 mounds, usually on the first day of workouts, and that gets the juices flowing. And then you move on, and then spring training get boring after a while, but that's exciting. Again, just the fact that we're a week and a day away from spring training, but just seeing the guys starting to head down there already is a lot of fun. And you just want to see the guys, man. You just want to see the guys. You've been hearing about them. Some teams you have new players, you got returning players, you got guys that had injuries, whatever it may be. So it's just good to see the guys down there. But again, like I said in the comment there, and I said to start, not really much to get into, and we're gonna be all over the place. But the first thing and I can't remember if this happened and wasn't official the last time we spoke or not, whatever. But we had two notable moves, I guess, two notable additions happen since we last spoke, and that is um, we bring back Ryan Stanek, right? Which is exciting, which is good, which I think most of us wanted to bring him back, and I believe that's for 1 year, 4.5 mil, and that makes our bullpen really, really, really darn good. That makes our bullpen really good, if you ask me. I was looking at a story from I think it was Anthony DeComo, and I hadn't really thought about it much, but our bullpen is pretty deep, and we have some good arms there. And then we have a lot of options fighting really for like about three spots is how he broke it down. And when you think about it, when you have Ryan Stanek, when you have Edwin Diaz, when you have AJ Minter, which AJ Minter will see if he'll be ready for opening day. But these are like the sure names that are going to be hopefully in the back end of the bullpen. And then you add, hopefully Daniel Nunez, who'll be part of that back end of the bullpen. You add a Reed Garrett, who should have a short spot. Probably a Jose Buto, who should have a short spot. Then that leaves all these other guys that they've brought in. The Genesis Cabrera's. I can't even think of the names, but there's a whole bunch of them to fight for about 3 or 4 spots, really about 3 spots, depending on, 6-man or 5-man rotation and all that good stuff. But also, along with Ryan Stanek, there was another move that really raised eyebrows in Metland, right? And ladies and gentlemen, listen, we're gonna start with this stuff, and we're gonna work our way to what I know everybody wants to talk about. And I know I had some fun with a post earlier today, and I know most of you guys know that that's just joking around, messing around, having some fun, especially with what happened late last week with Boomer saying he had a feeling that Pete Alonso would be a Met by tomorrow, and that was Thursday going into Friday, right? And we already know how that went down. So today I had some fun saying I have a feeling that Pete Alonso will be a Met by tonight, possibly about 8 p.m. or so when I do my blunt thoughts. But obviously it hasn't worked for me as we have an intimate gathering right now, but I like the intimate gatherings. There's about 60 plus of us up in here. But shout out to you guys, to the 350 plus subscribers that we have. I appreciate every single one of you. And don't forget to hit them thumbs up, to hit that subscribe button, to hit that share button, to let other people come in and subscribe if you're already a subscriber. And again, we appreciate you for that. But yeah, so the other move that raised some eyebrows was the signing of Nick Madrigal. Madrigal, I think is how you say his name, right? And he was signed to a 1-year split contract. I didn't even put the money up because I'm not even sure where I saw it. Where I looked it up right now, right before I came on, I didn't have the breakdown, right? So, but basically, if he's in the major leagues, he'll get paid a certain amount. If he's in the minor leagues, he'll get paid a certain amount. That's how that works, right? And I say raise some eyebrows because when we see this, and of course, you know me, ladies and gentlemen, Blantos likes to have some funs. Like he likes to have some fun. So as soon as I see that signing, I'm like, ooh, Nick Madrigal, hold on. Third base, second base, basically a utility guy, infielder, right? Backup infield, contact, whatever. So what does that mean? Does that mean that we're blowing out the candle? Does that mean the end of Candelita? Does that mean no more OMG? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think we can assume that it probably does. And again, Madrigal has a split contract. There's no guarantees that he'll be in the major leagues. We'll see what he does in spring training. I'm sure that's the approach that they're taking. And also, you do need to fill out a minor league roster. I'm sure you guys have heard over and over and over from all the great content creators out here, and just from whatever you watch, whether it be SNY, MLB Network, you already know. As a smart baseball fan, you bringing guys to having the minors like you had a Jose Iglesias last year. Even though some of us saw him in spring training and we're like, wait a minute, this guy should make the team, you were still able to stash him in the minor leagues and bring him up at a time where he served great. You know what I'm saying? Beyond what any of us could have thought. But I don't know. From everything we hear from all the Mets insiders, beat writers, or whatever, they'll tell you that there's been pretty much like very little to no contact between the Mets and Iglesias. So have the Mets move on? Has Iglesias moved on? Are the Mets waiting for the price to come down on Iglesias? Is Iglesias looking for too much money? I know some people assume that because Iglesias went and signed up with Scott Boras, that he's looking for a lot of money. I don't know. Maybe Iglesias is holding out hope and looking for an everyday job, or more, maybe not even an everyday job. He needs to be realistic, right? But maybe he's looking to be that first guy off the bench, that first infielder off the bench, or a guaranteed for a major league job. Not that I have to go earn my spot in spring training or anything like that. And I'm not sure that the Mets can guarantee him that right now. I know emotionally, for a lot of fans, and I'm not saying that I didn't want Iglesias back. I want Iglesias back. I would like to have him back. I think Iglesias can help just like he did last year. He could be a mentor, continue to be a mentor to a Vientos, continue to be a mentor to an Acuna, continue to be that type, that quasi leader, but that good clubhouse guy that he was last year, loosen things up. All of that is good. All of that is good. But I think our leadership now has learned. And who's to say that someone else cannot grow into that, right? That we can't find that with someone else. It looks like we've brought in a couple of guys that could possibly either keep things loose, Frankie Montas, but he's a pitcher, right? And Jose Siri, but Jose Siri can maybe cause some issues, right? Because he seems like a. But from everything I see, that you hear him speak or whatever, he's one of those guys. If he's with you, you love him. If he's against you, you hate him, right? So again, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I've said from the beginning. I've said from the beginning, we may bring back Jose Iglesias and he may bring all of those things that we're talking about, but that doesn't mean that OMG carries over, right? That doesn't mean OMG carries over. Let me see if I can find it here real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm glad that we heard someone talk about it today. One of the leaders in the bowl club pretty much said exactly that, right? OMG was something that was born organic. Even the Grimace thing was something that was born organic. Like, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. When Grimace first came on the scene, we wasn't all like, oh, Grimace. We were like, what the hell is this crap? What's this purple blob doing on our damn field? Why we're celebrating this nonsense? I, for one, was like, how perfect. This matches. Because I'm grimacing watching this damn team right now. But even Grimace turned into a smile, turned into magic. But that was 2024's magic. OMG was 2024's magic. 2025 will create its own path, its own magic. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want no damn magic. I want to be a damn winner. I just want to go out there and win. Let that be the magic, that we out there kicking butt. We need no damn miracles, but we'll take them though. If that's what it needs to be. But where is it here? Let me see. Let me make this viewable.
Get to the same place, but we can do it in a different way. And so I think we're looking forward to that.
Shut up, Brandon. Nah, Brandon's my guy. But I wanted to share with you guys, Brandon speaking on the whole, what do you even call it? OMG and all that good stuff. Here it is.
And last year, you guys had a great run, the OMG Mets.
Yep.
It's hard to bottle that up, right? It's a whole new year. You got to find something new.
Yeah, I think so. I think you accept that 2024 was its own year with its own magic, and we'll never forget it. But 2025 is a new team. It's going to be our own players, new players, and I think we're going to have to find our own magic and find our own way in 2025. But that's fun. That's what makes it fun, is that it's a new year, it's a new journey. And we can do it, get to the same place, but we can do it in a different way. And so I think we're looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to having all the guys down here so that we can start that process of getting to know each other and finding that mojo.
And last year, you guys had a great run, the
There it
OMG
is.
Mets.
Yep.
And there it is. There it is. Brandon then was telling you himself, yeah, that was good, that was great, but that was last year. This year we'll find our own mojo. So again, I know some people were holding out hope for OMG. I think OMG was there regardless, but it doesn't mean that the candle is completely turned out. Maybe it'll come back on. But right now, for what we can tell, that may be the case. Which, I know it'll be a little bit sadder for some more than others, but I don't think it'll be a big deal. I really don't. And we'll see. Maybe Madrigal, besides the singing, maybe he doesn't have the same influence in the clubhouse that Jose Iglesias did, but maybe he can have the same influence on the field, maybe even better. Who the hell knows? He is a guy that came up and showed some promise early and then kind of tailed off. Like, let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, Jose Iglesias was out of baseball for what was it, a year plus before we signed him? Nobody wanted this guy. He came, he did well. Credit to him, maybe even credit to our coaches, whatever the hell it may be. But let's not go crazy here. So I would bring back Jose Iglesias at the right price in the right role. I said from early on, if you're going to bring Iglesias back, you're probably going to have to trade Jeff McNeil. Well, I know that would be music to many Met fans' ears, but it doesn't seem to be the path that this front office is going to take, or what is willing to take right now. And it could happen. It could happen right now while we're doing the stream. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen in spring training, whatever. But as of now, that doesn't seem to be the path. And if we're excited about a Luis Angel Acuna, if we're excited about a Ronnie Mauricio, which I think needs to be tempered a little bit, but if we're excited about the youth, then we need to be realistic. And whether we like it or not, and depending on the situation, we have to listen when they say we're going to give these young guys a chance. And we want to see what they have, right? They keep telling us that. But let me stop being rude and say hello to you, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Yes, yes, yes. What's going on, Stan? What's going on? Hello, Cindy. Appreciate you, Cindy. Appreciate you. My guy, Darren. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? You must have seen my post on X, right, on Twitter earlier today. Hey, don't boom at me, guys. Don't boom at me. We were just having fun. Dímelo, Nelson, de lo mío. ¿Qué lo que? I don't know if people resign. I don't know what the hell Pete's going to do, but Pete needs to make up his damn mind. Pete needs to make up his damn mind. Yo, 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 yo. What up, my guy? What is good? What is good? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, AK. Good to see you. Hey, Ken, I don't think the Mets are going to get a GM. I was actually having this conversation with someone earlier today. The Mets have, David Stearns has told us he is comfortable right now with the way the organization is running. And, okay, the Mets get a GM, right? How much you think that's going to change anything? David Stearns will still be the one making the final decisions. You know what I mean? So, yeah, GM maybe for legwork or whatever, but they have enough assistants. He has enough assistants doing all that good stuff. At the end of the day, David Stearns will be the one running things. David Stearns will be the one making the final call on things. It's not like the GM is going to run around doing things on his own, you know? So I don't know what difference that would do. And they've told us that's not going to happen right now. They were at one point looking to add a GM and actively out there looking for a GM. I think they've put that aside. I mean, now that I think, to hell with that. They told us they've put that aside. Ortiz, what is going on? What's going on, kid? My guy, Dennis. What is up? What is up? LGM indeed. LGM indeed. We've cut out the F for a while now, huh? We've cut out the F until Pete comes back, or do we want to honor Pete with the LFGM? What's up with that, Darren, huh? Uh-oh. Do I even want to read this? What do we got here? I know you're friends with Salicata, but it's a minute reality that Salicata is a total. Come on. Come on. I guess I'm a moron too, because I was saying let Nimmo hit clean up last year. But when you're talking about making a lineup, you have to go with what you have on the team. And right now, with what we have on the team, without Pete Alonso, yeah, I would have hit Brandon Nimmo cleanup. It doesn't mean that that's my preferred spot for him. And I don't think that would be Sal's preferred spot for him. I think given what we have right now, yeah. A buddy of mine, shout out to my boy Jack, who doesn't really watch this, who probably won't watch this. But shout out to my boy Jack, who, we used to talk going back a year, how we saw Brandon Nimmo as like a poor man's Bernie Williams. And Bernie Williams hit clean up for the Yankees, at times. Was he your prototypical cleanup hitter? Prototypical cleanup hitter? No, but he got the job done. He got the job done. At the end of the day, man, listen. Just put the ball in play, gap to gap, and I think Nimmo could do that. And if this team stayed the way that it is, I think that's probably how we would have to start. Unless somebody like Alvarez eventually knocks him out, it would be with maybe a guy like Nimmo at cleanup. You're not gonna hit Soto there. He's not a cleanup hitter, and you want Soto hitting in the first inning. So you're gonna hit Soto one or two. I mean, two or three. Maybe Vientos cleanup, Brandon Nimmo two, Soto three. But then people are gonna tell me, "Oh, you got to split up the lefties, Hector." Even still, that might be an issue because, and wasn't my original thought. I've heard for this from a few people now, and I agree. Maybe you go Lindor, Vientos, then Soto. So then you want to follow that up with Brandon Nimmo, back to back lefties? I don't freaking know. That's why we need Pete Alonso. You put his ass forth, and the rest takes care of itself. Joel, dime a ver de lo mío, ¿qué es lo que es, manito? Tranqui. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking forward to going to some games, kid. That's what we're doing right here. What up, Lisa? What's going on? Therapy indeed. Therapy indeed. Therapy indeed. Because there's really not much to, really discuss. And I'm really trying to stay away from Pete Alonso as much as possible. So that's why we're gonna stay in these comments a little bit here for a bit before we go to what other couple of things that I wanted to touch on real quick. And this is gonna be a quick one, so I'm not gonna waste too much time. I'm not gonna waste my time, your time. And I know the Knicks are on. I actually can't watch them right now because I am, even though our heart always in the heights, and we're honoring the heights. As you can see, we're on the block, on the stoop, baby, because that's what we're doing tonight. We're speaking to you from the stoop on the block. Shout out to SMF, baby. You already know all my people's from SMF. If you're in the building or not, but you already know when you see this, you know where we at. Um, but we're gonna be quick. We're gonna be quick. Absolutely, Ken. Absolutely. The bullpen is the strength of the team. What is up, Brendan? What is up? That is the plan. That is the plan to be there opening day. Yes, 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 yes. Opening day and many more days. I'll probably be there all opening weekend. You really liking that move, huh? You really liking that move, huh? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Let's hope not, Ken. Let's hope not. It's a Joey Wendell the second. Let's hope not. Yeah, Donald, but there was going to be no more OMG regardless, I think. I don't think, like I said a little while ago, um, I don't think because Madrigal, is here. Yeah, maybe it's the end of Candelita, but I thought LMG was done regardless. That was 2024, guys. We got to find the new magic this year, man. And hopefully the magic is just kicking everybody's ass. And we go out there and we're the perennial winner. We become the World Series favorites. To hell with that. To hell with that. Yo, Ant, what it is, my guy Ant. I hit that podcast. Go check out their new episode. Came out a couple of days ago. Yep. OMG stays in 2024. 25 team will have its own magic. I agree. It sure did. It sure did. It's like I told somebody today who said, "Oh, but the Nationals, every team has something, right? Every team has something. We can't have OMG." The Nationals had Baby Shark. So yeah, the Nationals had Baby Shark. You still see the Nationals doing Baby Shark now? I don't even think it carried into the next season. Right? That was at the moment. That was that year's magic. The Angels had the rally monkey that one year when they won the World Series. That didn't stay around forever. You know? So these things happens. These things these things are organically born. These things are organically born. You know? Yo, this is what I've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. My guy M Easy. And no, I have not been waiting for no damn apology, bro. No apology needed, man. If anything, I should apologize to you. But it's all in fun. It's all in fun. It gave me the energy I needed to end the show. Some people had fun with it. They liked it. I even saw people commenting on it today. Like, yo, can't wait. You gonna scream at M Easy today? Hell no, I'm not gonna scream at M Easy today. Unless he pisses me off again. But nah, bro, we good, man. Don't take it personal. Don't nobody take my craziness personal. Cause it ain't nothing personal. It's just fun, man. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you're good, man. I didn't even finish reading this. You know what I mean? Like, no need to apologize, bro. It's okay to disagree. We're not always going to agree. I didn't have to interpret it exactly the way that I interpret it, you know? So it is what it is. And I was having fun with the Soto thing too. At the same time, his ass should have been there. No excuse. And then the next day, he's over there in the Lycée dugout having fun. You know? No excuse. He's flying in a private jet. I know he was flying in a private jet. Get your ass to Fan Fest, man. Nah, but we good, Easy. Thanks for coming through, man. I was like, damn, I hope I didn't chase Easy away. But I knew I wasn't going to chase you away. You's a real one, bro. You's a real one. My Madrigal is a bum. The bet pimp. Yeah, you had the rally pimp. You had the Seymour Wiener, the veteran, right? You had the little dog. What was it? Glizzy, Izzy Glizzy, whatever the hell his name is. Um, who else? You had a whole bunch of nonsense that happened last year. You even had my stupid ass coming out on TV and starting rallies. I wish. Yeah. Some people wanted Tim Hill. Some people are like, oh my God, you're gonna get crazy over Tim Hill, but we got this guy, we got that guy. Listen, the guy probably wanted to go to the Yankees. What are you gonna do? Some guys just want to be somewhere, you know? It's not like you would think that was right down the Mets alley. What is it, 2-year deal? I don't know if both years are guaranteed or not. 2.5 mil or some crap like that. Give me a break. David Stern sees that and he starts drooling like, yeah, that's my kind of deal. It's my kind of deal. So, but listen, if he wants to go by the Yankees, what the hell are we gonna do? What the hell are you going to do? That is true. That is true. I just don't see how that could happen. I just don't see how that could happen. Now, okay, I thought I saw a name here. Yeah, that's what I said. The easiest way for that to have happened was if they would have traded McNeil, and it just doesn't look like that's going to happen. It really doesn't. It looks like McNeil's here to stay. They believe in Jeff McNeil, whether some of us do or not. I mean, I believe in Jeff McNeil, and if Jeff McNeil is part of the team like anybody else, whether I like them being part of the team or not, I'm gonna root for them. I'm gonna root for them until they're no longer on the team. And even if I'm critical of them when they don't get it done. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing, man? Always Lane, what's going on? Our favorite bot. Nah, just kidding, Lane. Let's go Mets, baby. Let's go Mets. Can the Mets just sign Pete? Can Pete just sign with the Mets? Or anybody? Just sign a freaking contract, Pete. Just sign a contract. Sign a damn contract somewhere, anywhere. As I knock my headphones out. Hopefully I didn't knock the whole damn microphone out. Sign a contract, Pete. What are we waiting for? You know, again, I wanted to have somebody on who I've been in a group chat with for a couple of weeks, been in spaces with, and he shares some information. He seems to know people. Depending on what you read, either Pete has an offer from the Mets or he doesn't have an offer from the Mets. When the Mets offered that 3 for 78, that 3 whatever the hell that Andy Martino keeps talking about, and he declined it, some people say that offer was off the table. Now, the offer that's still on the table, from what I understand, is the Blue Jays offer. Depending on what you believe, the Blue Jays are really like hot on Pete, or they're not. But supposedly that offer is still on the table and is just waiting for Pete's signature. It's just on hold. Pete hasn't declined the offer, but he hasn't accepted it. He's, I guess, just told them, give me some time. But how much time are even the Blue Jays going to give you? Are there any other options? We know John Heyman, who admittedly told us he was doing this. I think I spoke about this on my last show. John Heyman admittedly told us, I'm making up the Cincinnati Reds. I'm making up the Cincinnati Reds because I think they should be an option. And that was debunked right away. Who else? There's nobody else. So it's on Pete to decide what the hell he's going to do. And I want him back. I want him back. But the market has spoke loud and clear, Pete. The Mets have spoken loud and clear. It is on you what you want to do next. Either Pete says, you know what? Screw you, David Stearns. Screw you, Steve Cohen. And I'm going to go somewhere else, and I'll even take less somewhere else. Whether it be years or money or whatever the hell it is, and I'm going to stick it to you sons of guns. Either he does that and goes the fuck somewhere else already, or swallow your damn pride, right? Swallow your damn pride already. And I apologize, ladies and gentlemen, because I know the microphone's been acting up lately. I don't know if it's acting up right now. It sounds good in my ear, I think. But we're working on that. Swallow your damn pride already, Pete. Take whatever the hell deal it is that the Mets are offering you. Because that's the only deal you're going to get unless you're going to go to Toronto. And again, depending on who you listen to, his wife doesn't want to go to Toronto. Now, I'm not married. But anybody here who's married, what do you guys say? I hear it all the time. Happy wife, happy life. So get out of your damn feelings, Pete. And figure this shit the hell out, bro. We want you. As fans, we want you. Even the ones that say we've had enough. Because, listen, I've had enough. I'm saying it now. Pick a fucking team, bro. Pick a team. You only have about 2 choices. You might only have one. Do you really want to go and let spring's training start and you still don't have a damn team? What, are you going to really do how some people are saying? And go into June? Or wait till the qualifying offer goes away to get more teams to bid for you? Really? That's what you want to do, Pete? Because if that's what you want to do, then go to freaking hell, bro. Straight up. And I didn't even know I was going to go this way right now. But we've had enough. Steve Cohen's exhausted. We're exhausted. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your family's exhausted. The Mets are exhausted. Some people don't want to believe it, especially because the one we keep hearing it from is Andy Martino, but other guys are saying it too. The Mets are making moves. Steve Cohen told you himself, we're going to keep building a team, and it's going to get to the point, which I don't want to hear that nonsense about financially we won't be able to fit you in, but financially they're not going to fit you in. You think that's going to change? the longer you wait. So I don't know if it's you. I don't know if it's Scott Boras. All I know is it doesn't matter anymore because now it is you. You're in charge. You, not fucking Scott Boras. Pick a damn team. Pick a team. Look at me talking like I'm talking to Pete Alonso. What up, Stoney? What's going on? Dragging along too long. Mets need to move on with Pete. Sorry to say, but it's true. Oh, man. Heck, Mets have no one to run the team. Oh, gosh. Stearns is the big zero. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken. Listen, we don't have to like every move. We don't have to agree with every move, whatever. But to say he's a zero? A zero? Listen, a lot of it was the players finally waking the hell up. Some finally playing up to their capabilities, some playing above their capabilities. But David Stern still made moves that helped us get into an NLCS. Can't be a zero doing that. I'm not even going to talk to you about Milwaukee because that's done with. He now has to prove he could do it here in New York. But so far, after one season, I don't think we could say he's a zero. We could say we don't like this offseason the way it's gone. But I think we still got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I think we still got to be a little bit more open-minded. Even if we're frustrated. Because I'm frustrated too. Trust me. Yeah, Nimmo had trouble last year. Nimmo had trouble last year when they moved him down. And I thought, and I told him this, by the players lot. I thought that Nimmo would be somebody that could be moved around the lineup, that could be moved down to a number 3 and number 4 slot and would not struggle trying to adjust, trying to do too much or anything like that. And instead, he did exactly that, as he's already talked about a couple of times. But I have confidence that Nimmo's a good enough hitter that he can find that balance. I've said this before. I have confidence in Brandon Nimmo. I really do. Thank you, Lane. Thank you, because like I told you guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump all over the place. I don't even need my banner because Lane brought it up, and then we appreciate that. One of the reports that we've heard or news that we've heard, rumors that we've heard is that the Mets contacted the Padres about either Dylan Cease or Michael King or both or whatever the case may be. I've said this before, whether you think he's a zero or not, whether he's a president, GM, whatever the hell it is, but the person in charge of running baseball operations should always be making these kind of phone calls, right? Whether you think the player is available or not, you should always be checking in and saying, hey, listen, man, just in case, if you ever thought of moving X player, give me a call. Hey, I heard you're thinking about moving X player. What do you think it would take? Whatever it is, you're always checking in. You should always be checking in, right? So we've heard reports that the Mets, David Stearns checked in with the Padres, but since then, we've seen that the Padres and Michael King, in particular, came to a deal. Now, from what I understood, and I don't have all the particulars in front of me, I could look it up. I probably should have it. But we've switched our work schedule, ladies and gentlemen. We've had some long days. I'm surprised I'm even up right now. We've been getting up 3 in the morning. We've been working since about 4 or 5 in the morning. Anyways, where were we? Michael King, the contract was set up in a way that it makes it pretty much that they can't trade him or they won't trade him this year. Like there's no reason to trade him. Now you never know. You never know. But Michael King seems to be out of the question or off the board right now. For now. Dylan Cease still is in his walk year. Still is rumored to be on the table. But now, depending on who you believe, Pat Ragazzo, who's still trying to come up with trade scenarios to go get a Dylan Cease, or Will Salmon, who said, I don't see this trade happening right now because of what the Padres are asking for. Either we can get Dylan Cease or we cannot get Dylan Cease. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. You're not going to come to Blunt Thoughts, and Blunt Thoughts is going to be giving you trade scenarios, trade breakdowns, and I would trade this, this, and that, and trade packages. That's not what we do here. Now, you could call that ignorant. You could call that dumb. You call it whatever you want. We'll react to moves. We'll react to rumors that are out there, but we don't have the time, the energy, nor the desire to come up with trade scenarios because there's a lot of information, no matter what little app or machine or whatever, site you want to use to plug in names, and it's going to spit grades at you until you get. There's a lot more things that go into it than that, and I don't have time for that. So I'm not going to tell you all what it would take for when we hear, depending on who you listen to again. It's either going to take 2 top 25 and this and a lower level prospect, maybe some major league ready guys. I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen. If it's going to make us better and help us win a World Series sooner rather than later, I'll drive all them damn prospects there my damn self. I don't give a damn. I'm trying to win. But I'll let David Stearns figure it out. That's what he gets paid for. And I've always said it, a good baseball person, whether it's GM president, running the team, knows when to sell high and when to sell low. Knows what guys to get rid of and what guys to keep. So if David Stearns feels like, yo, listen, I'm going to go get me a Dylan Cease, even though he's a rental or whatever the hell people want to say that they wouldn't go get him because of that, or I'm not going to trade these prospects for a rental. If David Stearns said, listen, I'm going to go trade X, Y, and Z for Dylan Cease, I'm going to rock with him. He better be right. But I'm going to rock with him. But that's me. I don't get attached to these prospects. Now, again, I say it over and over. Once I've seen them, like an Acuna, and I like them, I would like to give him a chance. Like I'm hoping, and I like when we've heard Carlos Mendoza say, Luis Angel Acuna is going to be a big part of this team this year, because I'm hoping that they give him a shot to earn a job out of spring training. A legit shot. I'm hoping for that. At the same time, if he needs to go to make us better right now and help us win the World Series, again, I'll drive him to San Diego myself. But I'll let David Stearns figure out how to make that trade. Yeah, Nimmo at 5 would be awesome if we had Pete. And honestly, ideally, Ken, eventually what we want to see is Francisco Alvarez move up there. And Francisco Alvarez be in the middle of the order. Somewhere between 4, 5, 6 or whatever. Because right now, if I was writing in the lineup with the people that we have, and hopefully a Pete Alonso, then I already said Lindor, Vientos, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo, Then who do you go? Marte, if he's a DH that day, right? Then do you go Alvarez, 7th? You know? With whoever's out in center and third base, first base, whatever the hell ends up happening, 8 and 9? Is that Acuna? And Siri, Tyrone Taylor? Is that a Mauricio? Is that a Brett Beatty playing first base? Oh, wait a minute. I'm forgetting about McNeil. So what the hell am I talking about? It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Don't worry about it, Deborah. We won't be waiting long either because the Mets open on the road, right? I think it's out there in Houston. So our first Blunt Doors Live watch along will be opening day as we watch the Mets open the season out in Houston. And yeah, you're right. You are right. You are right. I keep telling you guys, if you guys think I'm not going to be critical that first time and lose my mind, that first time that I feel like Juan Soto should have swung the damn bat, then you don't know what's coming. Then you don't know what Blood Thoughts is about. And I've wanted Juan Soto since 2019. Yeah, I'm that crazy. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I will go with Nimmo, second or fifth. Lindor, Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, Vientos, or Lindor, Soto, Vientos, Alonso, Nimmo. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think I even threw something like that around. I do not have a problem with that. Now, I probably would rather go Lindor, Soto, Vientos, Alonso, Nimmo, or Lindor, Vientos, Soto, Alonso, Nimmo. Then Lindor, Nimmo, Soto, Alonso, Vientos. I want Vientos hitting early too. I want Vientos getting more at bats than Pete. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You want your better hitters getting the most at bats. Right? That is the point of moving these guys up to second now. You want your better hitters coming up at the end of games. I hated it at first when I saw that they were moving guys to hitting second and stuff like that. And then I started hearing why they were doing it, and you start seeing it. And I was like, okay. So I want Vientos getting more at bats than Pete Alonso. Shit, I even want Vientos getting more at bats than Brandon Nimmo. And at the end of the game, in the 8th and 9th inning, when that lineup turns over, I think I would rather have Vientos up there than Alonso. Nimmo, I like Nimmo in big spots, but definitely more than Pete. So I think I like the second version better, even if you flop Soto and Vientos in that one, and Pete 4 and Nimmo 5. But it doesn't matter because we don't have Pete. Because Pete needs to make up his damn mind, Pete. We're waiting for you. That was the point of the show tonight. Nah, we would have been here anyways. Tuesday nights, baby, Blunt Thoughts, where we lose our minds over any little stupid shit. Ken, are you crazy? No offense. Are you nuts? What up, Jacob? Daniel Vogelback. Huh. Daniel Vogelback. Oh my gosh. That is another Lane. Damn, Lane is doing the job tonight. As he's reminding us of our points. Can the Mets sign, which would be trade, for Spencer Torkelson or Ryan Mountcastle? Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Those are things that have been thrown around, right? If you follow me on X, you saw that I did a post a little while ago when I was having some fun off of the Tim Hill signing, where I said a little word of advice. Whenever you hear the Mets have been linked to, have reached out to, have spoken to, whatever to you want to put to it, Mets and anybody, dismiss it. Dismiss it, because chances are it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That is not how it happens. Now, I had somebody say, oh, well, they were linked to Juan Soto. How'd that work out? My softball team was linked to Juan Soto. Everybody and their mother was linked to Juan Soto. Let's be for real here. Come on. Let's be for real. Dímelo, Nelson, dímelo. Saludo por allá. Saludame a mi pana Anthony, que está para allá también. From I Hit That Podcast. Shout out to my peoples, my cousins from PR, baby. You know we cousins, even though we like to bicker sometimes. Are we playing each other tonight? Oh, snap. Who's winning that game? Let me see. Let me check that out real quick. We played in La Serie del Caribe. We might be primos right now. Showing this stuff. Mute. I just want to see the score. Ah, you funny on me? ¿Cómo que el stream está por empezar? O comenzar? Okay, so I guess that game is later. But DR and PR are supposed to be playing in the Serie del Caribe. Anyways, saludo por allá, mi gente. Saludo por allá. Por Puerto Rico, por la República, por todos esos sitios. Por todo Latinoamérica. Let me see. Come on, Steven. Nimmo should hit 9th in the lineup. What do you think this is? Rookie Nimmo? No way, man. No way. Shout out to my guy, Petey. Jed's commute. You damn right. But was it last year? I even forget. I got sick on opening day, man. And I couldn't make it. Broke my opening day streak. Like really, really sick. Oof, bad. Whew. You have Stoops in the projects I grew up in. But you have benches. And Dykeman, we sit on the benches in the projects. Shout out to Dykeman Projects, baby. All my peoples out there, man. It's been a minute. But we sit on the benches out there. But this is right here in the Heights, baby. This was in the Heights of my grandmother's block, where I spend most of my time. If you see the little firehouse right there in the bottom right-hand corner, my left-hand corner over there, whatever the hell it is, somewhere over there. I don't even know. That firehouse, like I told you guys when I first brought this up for fun, that's where we played wiffle ball. So actually, you see where the Mets thing is right here? Where the Mets logo is, where the buildings switch over. So from that split to the right, that was actually the left field foul pole, matter of fact. That was the left field foul pole. So the stoop was actually foul. So people can sit there with no problem. They might get some foul balls. Throw it back. We need that. And the firehouse was home plate. Oh, man, the good old days. Mets need a Cuban on the team. Yo in 2015, JDM Candelita in 2024. Hey, I know my guy Edge would like to hear that. The Hamburglar's gonna be our new magic, says Ortiz. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Listen, let me tell you something. I said this in the group chat. I don't give a damn if they wear pajamas, bro. But the uniforms are nice. They look nice. They look alright. But I don't get into the uniform stuff. You know what I want? I want a World Series jersey. I want to see those, how those look. I want some World Series hoodies or something that I could buy. That's what I want. Other than that, I don't give a damn what the hell they wear. I really don't. I really don't. Now, when they wear the 86 stuff, I love that stuff. I love that. And I think the new road grays are gonna have some 86 stuff on them or whatever. Some 87 in them. So yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lane pitches and catches February 12th. First full squad workout, I believe, is February 17th. Precision plays, I believe, believe it or not, is February 14th or 15th, but I think it's the 14th. And the first pitches workout, I believe, is February 14th. But they report on the 12th. And listen, we've already seen that a lot of them are already down there. Or will start trickling in as the week continues. And we lead up until the 12th, which is, again, next Wednesday. What first base options can we live without Alonso, Torkelson, Vientos, a trade for Yandy Diaz, or trading for Mountcastle? If we're going to talk about trades, I don't care about the team control. I don't care about none of that shit. Give me the short thing. Give me Yandy Diaz. My preference is to keep Vientos at third base. But I'll be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. We could talk about all the trade rumors that we want. People could say, "Oh, the Mets are still actively looking for pitching." The Mets are active. The Mets aren't actively doing shit. The Mets are doing their due diligence a lot of time, right? They're doing their due diligence and checking in and this and that. And if something falls on their lap, they'll take advantage of it. But I don't really think they're actively trying to do anything. I think the Mets really are perfectly fine with moving Vientos to first base and seeing who could win a job, or maybe even starting out with a platoon of Beatty, Acuna at third base. I really think they're perfectly fine doing that, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely believe they are perfectly fine. Oh my gosh. They are perfectly fine with the pitching staff the way it is, as I see that the Cubs are trading for Ryan Brazier from the Dodgers, who the Dodgers had DFA last week when they made all their moves and they signed. Who was it? The last guy that they signed that Met fans had their eyes on. I forget who the hell it was, but they needed to make some moves and DFA this guy. You know, when you DFA guy, you have, I forget how long it is to work out a trade. Well, they worked out a trade to the Cubs again. Ryan Brazier traded from the Dodgers to the Chicago Cubs. But yeah, Measy, I don't think the Mets are really actively trying to really make these moves. I think the only next big move that the Mets would make, if they make it, which I don't know, is Pete Alonso. Que lo que, Advelin. But even that is looking very faint. Very faint. Then Pete better go play for one of these oil tycoons in the Middle East. Maybe Live Golf could do Live Baseball and Pete could play for them. Oh, are they still? Where were they? They were doing that league where what's his face? Oh my gosh, Pablo Sandoval, Robinson Cano, and all these guys went out there in the Middle East. Maybe they'll give Pete that kind of contract. Woo. What up, Jeffrey? What is up? What is up? I forget. What's the Blue Jays offer that we keep being told, Jeffrey? You're in the group chat. But the offer from the Blue Jays, I believe, is 3 years, 70, 70, 80. Not sure. I'm not sure. But the offer's out there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Doc and Daryl? Wow. My favorite black players I've seen on the bets. Jesus. Doc, Daryl. For a very, very short time, I liked Kevin Mitchell in my youth, but that was in my youth. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Shout out to my guy, Keith, man. Yo. I'm about to block this fucking guy with this Rizzo shit. The Stern Special. Anthony Rizzo. That's your option, Easy, for first base. Anthony Rizzo on a 4-year deal. Oh my gosh. Oh shit, Keith, you a funny dude, man. Oh man. Oh man. My guy Ann says Scott Boras is exhausting. Hey, listen, man. I hear you, man. I hear you, but I think, like I said, man, I know he's been frustrating. He's been a little exhausting. I get frustrated too. And if he does what my guy Keith keeps saying and brings in Anthony Rizzo, I don't give a damn what he gives him. He's really gonna exhaust me with that one. Like that right there. You know what? Yo, yo, Keith. Fuck you, Keith. I'm not even gonna do that. Because that right there will really piss me off, man. I don't even know if Keith is still in here. As I see that message is almost like a half hour ago, but fucking Anthony Rizzo, man. I'd rather Lucas Duda. Between Vlad and Pete, I'd rather Lucas Duda. Come on, Donald. Come on, Donald. Obviously, if the choice was between those two because of youth, shit, because he's Dominican and I'm Dominican, I take Vladdy, right? But right now, there's no guarantee that we're going to get Vladdy. Pete Alonso's there right now. And I need this team to get better right now. This team can compete right now. Now, I know, ladies and gentlemen, the roster today won't necessarily be the roster on opening day. The opening day roster won't necessarily be the roster on Memorial Day. The Memorial Day roster won't necessarily be the roster by the All-Star break, and so on and so forth. I understand that. And I'm not one to say, oh, you got to have Peter. No. I still think we'll be a good team, but I just think we'll be that much better with Pete. I don't even know why the hell we spending so much time on this crap. Yo, what's up, Jake? Good to see you, man. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you, brother. Check out my guy, Jake Brown Radio, man. Doing good work out here, too. Everybody, man. I'm just talking shit. These guys put in the real work. Now, what? Vladdy for Lane, now you're trolling. 4-year deal. Hey, Vladdy ain't signing a 4-year deal with nobody. Maybe a 40-year deal. I know what it was. My bad, Lane. I can't edit your comment, but I know what it was. You meant 14-year deal. You meant a 14-year deal. Because that's the kind of stuff that he's going to be looking for. Not no 4-year deal. And I'll be honest, I'm not convinced that that's the kind of deal that a David Stearns would want to do. So, maybe Steve Cohen, and I know, listen, they've talked, they reached out to the Blue Jays to try to trade for him. So obviously there's interest there, but I don't know if it'll be as far as making a 14-year deal, man. I really don't. What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. I don't want David Robertson. I don't want David Robertson, the basketball player. I don't want David Robertson, the pitcher that we already had. Been there, done that. I'm good. I'm good. Just like I don't want Jose Quintana back, like I was telling some people earlier. Oh, Jose Quintana is still out there. Well, good for him. Doesn't mean that we need to bring him back. We got everything we could get out of Jose Quintana. Let's not forget that we wanted to run Jose Quintana out of town. Then he figured it out. He gave us some great baseball down the stretch. Thank you, Quintanita. Like I told him when I met him, that brief when I took the picture with him. Thank you for the picture too. But that's it. It's okay. Now we bring him back, we bring him back. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Nor am I looking for that to happen. That hood baseball chat, I guess. Alex Beckman for a 3-year deal. Lane. I mean, everybody's assuming that they will let him walk. You know what I'm saying? And again, depends on who the young dudes are. Like ideally, right? You don't want to train him for like Acuna and another, But if it's Beatty and some other lower level prospects, let me go warm up my car. I'll be back. Like, you kidding me? Rental or not? See, we can't complain and cry about we don't have an ace, we don't have this, we need to get better, and then we don't want to trade nobody. Trade all these fuckers. Hector, say Stearns is a big zero. He works for the richest owner in baseball. Every day, a quality player goes to another team while Cohen goes dollar store hunting. Okay. That would be Stearns goes dollar store hunting, first of all. Second of all, and most importantly, you're right. Stearns works for the richest owner in baseball, but the richest owner in baseball has backed David Stearns and is totally behind David Stearns and in what he's doing right now and his vision for building this team right now, both in the present and going forward towards the future. So we may not like it. We may be a little impatient right now. And I know there's a ton of you probably rolling your eyes right now. I'm rolling my fucking eyes at myself. But don't think that David Stearns is doing this crap on his own. He has the full support of Steve Cohen right now. Steve Cohen was chasing after this guy for how long, ladies and gentlemen? 2-3 years. Probably longer. Chasing after David Stearns. He's in full support of the guy. Boris is a jackass. Boris is a jackass. Was he the 2-minute warning at Scott Boris? I still haven't finished watching it. Oh, man, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun. I hate Juan Soto, Lane. Can't stand him. What? Are you mad? I think so too. I think so too, Odd Villain. That's how I like it too, man. Yo, shout out to my guy Ty. Schmoozers in the building, baby. Shout out to the schmoozers, man. Yo, shout out to the Mets Panic Room chat on X. Crazy mofos up in there too. But we be having some good combos in there. We be fighting, we be joking. My guy Ty says, I hope they trade my what? What? You love Torkelson. What? I'm surprised, Ty. What are we doing here? Yo, Neff, what it is, what it is. What? Oh, so that game finished already? Are you serious? So what the hell is this? They're talking about just started. I don't freaking know. Is that true? Eh? You guys beat us? You sure, nephew? Because Anthony would have been set. Oh, look at that. My nephew's name is Anthony too. But and from out here, that podcast would have been rubbing it in if they beat us right now. As he told Mikey in their podcast, he's probably the only one paying attention to this Caribbean series. Shout out to my guy Ant, man. Ty says my Super Bowl pick, Eagles with the points, Barkley MVP. Let's sidebar to that real quick, ladies and gentlemen, as we wrap things up, as we hit what I wanted to touch on going out real quick. But let's sidebar to the Super Bowl because we are sports fans here. And don't run from me because we're not gonna stay there too long. But as a Giants fan, right? I guess, right? People gonna tell you you're supposed to hate the Eagles. They're in the same division. They took our player from us in Saquon Barkley. We should be rooting for the Chiefs, heck. And I'll be honest, I don't know who I'm rooting for yet. I really don't. I don't know who I'm rooting for yet. But right now, I think I'm leaning towards the Eagles, man. And not so much the Eagles. I'm rooting for Saquon Barkley. I'm not mad at Saquon. Because Saquon kind of got the Pete Alonso treatment before Pete Alonso. They just didn't want him. So that's I'm kind of with you on that, Ty. I'm kind of with you on that. 207 in Sherman. Whoa. That's, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually around the corner from where I grew up, from where I lived. Because I lived in Inwood. I repped the Heights till I died. Spent a lot of time, like I said, right here in the Heights, 170. If you know, you know. But I lived around the corner from 207 in Sherman. I lived on Isham. If you know, you know. Isham and Vermilion. That's where your boy Heck is from. But Wash Heights till we die. But, even though that's Inwood Heights, it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. When was this, Ethan? Recently? But we were talking about Dylan Cease. I don't know if you guys were watching BNNY earlier tonight, right? Let me share this with you guys real quick. Let's listen to probably, I don't know, some would say why this guy's not a GM, right? Hasn't been a GM again. Let's listen to what Jim Duquette thinks it would take to land it.
Jim, what would a Dylan Cease trade to the Mets look like? I mean, you'd empty the cupboard for the mustache alone.
You might do that, but not David Stearns. Here it is.
Jim, what would a Dylan Cease trade to the Mets look like? I mean, you'd empty the cupboard for the mustache alone, wouldn't you? That guy, that's an amazing mustache.
Yes, it is.
He's a really good pitcher. Here's the thing with a guy like Dylan Cease. If you go back a year ago, Corbin Burns with the Brewers was traded to the Orioles, and it was two major league pieces. It was starting shortstop, and there was a pitcher that the Brewers thought would be a starter. He ended up being a reliever, and then there was a comp round pick. So you got to have something similar. Even though Cease isn't the same as Burns, it's got to be something similar. So to do that, it's not that easy to find with the Mets, and Padres are also looking for major league ready talent right now. So, a proposal that would at least, I think, piqued their interest. I don't even think this would get it done, and I don't think the Mets would do this, but Tyler McGill, who's at least a credible starting pitcher that the Padres could put in replacement in their rotation, and then Jet Williams, who probably would play second base for San Diego right out of the gate. That you could also play the outfield. Jets, a guy that has that versatility, and then a third guy like Ronald Hernandez, who the Mets have a lot of catching depth in their prospect system, a little bit lower. Joe DeMail ranks him 26, but he might be better somewhere else. It would be a package similar to that, I think, that would at least get them interested. It seems like right now, though, Cease may not be even going anywhere. It's hard to know. Jim, what would...
And there you have it. You wouldn't make that deal, Ant? You wouldn't want to trade those young guys for a rental? And people couldn't wait to get rid of Tyler McGill last year. So if that package would get it done, I'm sure everyone in here would sign up for that. Who the hell? I don't even know who was that third guy, the catcher? Carlos Hernandez, whatever. I don't even know who that is. I never even heard of that dude. So you wouldn't make that deal? So when we say, I'm not trading any of the young guys, because right away we're thinking about, the guys that we hear about. But I'd make that fucking deal. I know maybe Jet Williams, but whatever. Whatever. Let's see. Bam, 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 bam. Just looking through your comments here real quick, ladies and gentlemen, before we sign off. But before we sign off, I did want to ask you guys, what are you guys looking forward to now as we do get a week away from spring training, right? Or from pitchers and catchers, as we start seeing guys trickle into training to their reporting site or whatever, to their cities. But for us to Port St. Lucie, what are you guys looking for? I'm gonna give you guys real quick a list of things that I'm intrigued by, that I'm looking to see, that I'm looking to listen to see what they're talking about or what they're saying about it, and in no particular order, here they go. I'm looking for health, right? I'm looking for clues. I'm looking for answers on a few guys. I'm looking to see how Tyrone Taylor's doing and what his timetable is going to be like and how his rehab has gone. And what do they feel and what do they tell us about him being ready for opening day? I'm looking to see what Mauricio looks like and how they treat him in spring training. As I said earlier, a lot of people are wanting to pencil him in as a third baseman. But I think first we got to see if this guy can actually get on the field. We see him standing there at third base taking grounders, like I told some people on the Twitter space earlier today. Ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not know, I had knee surgery on both my knees separate times. The same exact knee surgery that Edwin Diaz had. I ruptured my patella tendon. As soon as I was able to unlock my brace, I was messing around taking ground balls. I was in no condition to play. Now, obviously, Ronnie doesn't have a brace on or anything like that. He's way past that. But I'm just saying, just because we see him taking grounders, standing there taking grounders, and we see 2 grounders, a 30-second video, doesn't mean that he's going to be ready for opening day. Doesn't mean that he's not. But I think we have to be realistic. And we're talking about a kid here who had just been called up to the minors in September 2023, did well, but they missed an entire year. We're talking about a kid that was still talked about needed to learn on recognizing the strike zone, right? And he missed an entire year. We're talking about a kid that was learning how to play different positions, as he's a natural shortstop. And he missed an entire year. A kid who had surgery and then had a setback and had to have another surgery to clean some stuff up. So is he going to be ready for opening day? I don't know. But I hope it's sooner rather than later. I've been rooting for Ronnie for a long time. I want Ronnie part of this team. I always felt like Ronnie could be that third baseman of the future, not a second baseman. I don't see him as a second baseman. But he first needs to get on the field and get healthy. So that's what I'm looking to see. Looking to see, man, it's great. We got AJ Minter. He's coming from hip surgery. What's his timetable like? Brandon Nimmo. We saw him today throw it in the outfield. We even saw him taking some swings in the batting cage. But what is he going to be saying about the plantar fasciitis? And what's his timetable going to be like? And now we know Nimmo gets started a little bit later. That is something that he's incorporated the last few years, and he feels that it helps him stay healthy. And I'm not going to argue with it. When since you've been doing that, you played 155 games and better, or 152 games and better. Well, you could barely get on the field for 90 games before that. And someone that I know people that might upset people that I even bring it up, I'm interested to see and what I'm going to hear about about Francisco Lindor and his back. How's that going? So those are the little things that, and maybe you're all Hector, but you're focusing on the negatives. I guess it may sound like that, but I just want to see. I want to see how those things are, because that's important. And then I'm also looking forward to see Clay Holmes and a Frankie Montas and see how that's going to work out. And see how they look early on. And what they've been working on. And it's spring training, right? I think back to last year, there was a times I'm like, oh, man, I like what I see from Severino. And then there was times I'm like, cut this guy. As much as I wanted Mark Vientos on the team, there was a time in spring training and I was like, damn, Mark Vientos is playing himself into a AAA. Get it together. We got Jeff McNeil's cousin in the building. What does Jeff tell you that Pete is thinking? Jeff and Pete are buddies. They may have spoken. Does he tell you anything? Oh, you got 2 L's in your name, not 1. My bad. Nah, man. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat, and thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. As I see your new name in here. See, we got a few new names up in here tonight, and we appreciate you. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. Help a brother out. As we try to get to 500 by opening day, we'll have fun all year. We'll do watch-alongs. We're planning on incorporating, some post-games, some pre-games. Maybe not for every game, but whenever we can. Maybe some live pre-games from the stadium. Not like official, or right outside or whatever. Our own thing. Some unofficial. Not sanctioned by the Mets or anything like that. But I said that we were going to be quick tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I really don't have much else. Just wanted to touch base. I did have one thing. I almost forgot. There was one thing that I threw around there on X, and some people lost their mind. And I would love if you guys could let me know in the comments real quick before we go. But this is how I put it in on X. We're a team of reclamation projects, right? We got reclamation projects up and down, especially when it comes to the pitching staff. Bullpen rotation, whatever it is. Experiments. If it's not a reclamation project, it's an experiment. Clay Holmes is an experiment, turning him into a starter. Well, we've seen recently video of an old friend throwing and possibly trying to get back into definitely trying to get back into the game. And I said, why not bring that old friend back, throw him in the pitching lab, and see if the pitching lab could spit out a reliever, a dominant reliever or something. It's worth a try. And Jonathan already spoils the fun. As I was gonna say, who do you guys want to take a guess who I'm talking about? And my guy Jonathan, as he's very astute and obviously follows me on X, and says no to Thor. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? We bring in Noah Syndergaard on a non-guaranteed contract, on a split contract that like Nick Madrigal, whatever it is. Just an invite. Just a spring training invite. And see if maybe you could get a reliever out of him. Why not? Why not? Why not? Ivan says, Lord have mercy. And Measy says, Syndergaard is washed. Pretty much the same reaction I got on X. And I get it. But listen, we saw the Dodgers, right, win a World Series this year. Bringing in arms out the bullpen. Some whom are rejects, a lot who were rejects from other teams. I can think of one in particular who's a Mets reject in Anthony Banda. And that son of a gun got some big outs and helped them win a World Series. I'm just saying. It doesn't have to be guaranteed. But if somebody else signs him and figures him out and here's Noah Syndergaard getting big outs in September and in a playoff run for somebody, we'd be like, damn. Dumbass heck. We should have listened to this stupid ass with his blunt thoughts. Smoked the wrong shit that day, but he was right. Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen. I think on that note, we're going to have to say good night. Listen, I don't know what's going to happen with Pete Alonso. It says, I just got an ulcer. I don't know what's going to happen with Pete Alonso. You know, we were having some fun earlier today. We're hoping that something gets resolved, that he signs with somebody. Anybody. Just make a decision, Pete. Pick a team. But other than that, just wait till next week. By this time next week, we'll be a day away from spring training. Maybe we'll have some resolution. Maybe we postpone this to Wednesday or Thursday next week. We'll see. We'll think about that. So look out for that. Maybe we'll wait so we can have something better to talk about than fucking Pete Alonso and nothing else. Maybe we could talk about, hey, we saw these guys. This guy report, whatever. The first couple of workouts. So maybe we'll do that next week. Maybe we'll move it to later in the week. During the season, our weekly show is probably going to move to Sunday nights anyways, because it's just better to do it at the end of the week, get a couple of games, and then just recap the week, right? So that's what we're probably going to do. So we'll probably start moving towards that. It's just in the offseason, it worked out better for us here on Tuesday nights. So that's what we've been doing. But like always, we appreciate every single one of you. We're going to wrap it up here with about 300 plus of you beautiful people. Once again, thank you to the 350 plus subscribers. Again, the goal would be to, try to get to 500. Not for, just try to get to 500 by opening day and keep building from there and keep having fun. As again, we'll do watch alongs, we'll do pre-games, we'll do post-games, we'll do reactions, we'll do all kinds of stuff. We'll just do blunt thoughts whenever blunt thoughts come to mind. And if Pete Alonso signs, we'll pop this thing on and we'll react to that no matter when the hell that happens. As long as we're up and as long as we're within reach of the studio, we'll get there and we'll do it. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody be safe. Everybody have a good rest of the week. And as always, let's go Mets, baby. Peace.
Click full of animals and we made ourselves with minimal. Fuck you, no subliminals. Putting in this work, nigga. That's why they feelings hurt, nigga. Swear we need a hearse cause we rep our shites to the dirt, nigga. If I'm in the club, I'm